Here is my recap of Dexter Season 2, Episode 11. In this episode, Batista is accused of rape. Deborah shoots Dexter in the head, and Dexter and Dokes have a heart-to-heart. Let's get this recap started. All right, this is the next to last episode of Dexter Season 2. This episode is entitled Left Turn Ahead, and there are a lot of left turns in this episode, many of them. It starts out with Dexter with Dokes, and they're Dexter just revealed to Dokes that he's actually the one who killed his father. Then he gets called back into town because of what happened with Lila. He is listed as Lila's, contact, his emergency contact. So he has to head back into town, says he'll deal with Dokes later. When he goes into town, he finds out that Batista is being accused of rape, that Lila had done the whole thing to frame Batista and get him thrown in jail because she wants to be with Dexter. Dexter goes in to see her and says, this isn't going to work on me. You need to knock this crap off. And she kind of just sits there and tries to play the victim. So Dexter then goes back to meet up with Dokes, and Dokes actually escapes during the time that Dexter is gone. He's able to kick the cage open, gets outside, and he encounters a couple of guys who they can't speak English, and they are there for the drugs, basically. And they find out that Dokes is a cop. So they kind of corner him, and they bring him back, make him hold the drugs to load them on the boat. And that's when Dexter shows up. And Dexter knows that these guys are going to kill him. So he kind of sneaks in, takes care of one of the guys. Dokes and him work together to take out the other guy. And then it gets awkward because Dexter has to lock Dokes back up again. When he's locked up, he has a heart-to-heart with Dexter. And they kind of converse and gets kind of deep. And Dexter decides that he's going to turn himself in. This isn't what he wanted in the first place. It's getting kind of crazy. And he figures he'll turn himself in. This will fix it for everybody because it's just getting to be a mess for everybody. He never meant for any of this to happen. He decides he's going to turn himself in and tells Dokes, I need to leave you here for a day or two. I got to go take care of some stuff in town and get my affairs in order, and then I will be back to let you go. Dexter goes back, and the first thing he does is go to Lila and tell her, you might as well just call off the dogs. Don't do what you're doing because I'm going to be gone permanently here in the next couple of days. She doesn't know what he's talking about. And at the same time, Deborah is trying to find out who Lila actually is and finds out she has no record. She asks Lundy to look into it and finds out that Lila has no records. And Lila, whatever they're using as her last name, is not her real last name. It's actually West. And they find out that her green card expired 2 years ago. So Deborah wants to get her deported. So Deborah gangs up too and goes to see Lila and says, you know what? I've got ICE coming to get you very soon, and you want to call off the dogs. You're not going to want to go down this road. So this kind of sets Lila off, and she wants to know where Dexter's been and kind of figure out what he's doing. So she goes and steals the GPS out of his car, which we're going to talk about here in a minute. And so Dexter then goes into town to get his affairs in order, meets with his sister to have her sign some things in case he dies or is otherwise incapacitated to some degree. She doesn't understand. It's kind of weird for her, but she goes ahead and does it. Then he decides to have dinner with his sister, a steak dinner, and he envisions all these different scenarios that could happen where she cries. She tells him to, put his hands up. She's going to take him in. And one of the things he envisions is that she shoots him straight in the head. So the actual dinner doesn't go kind of the way he thought it would. He actually has a change of mind. And this is where another one of those left turns comes in. He's not going to turn himself in. He's going to ride this out and he's going to make things right. So he's going to ride this whole thing out. And the very last scene in this episode is Lila showing up at the lodge where Dokes is being held. And that's the very last shot, is Dokes is there, she's there, and the crap is about to hit the fan. So we've got one episode left, and we're going to see what happens in the next episode, which is entitled The British Invasion. So we're going to see what happens. I appreciate everybody who's been here for the recap so far. If you like the video, hit the like button. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you will be notified when new videos go up. I will be doing a recap on every single episode until the new season starts next year. So we're getting towards the end of season 2. There's 6 more to go. And I will continue to put these videos up from time to time. I do appreciate the support.